Okay, the next session will be equations of tangent and normal of a curve. So take a look at this diagram. In this diagram, I have this curve for the equation of fx equals to something, yeah, or y equals to something, and I have this point of A, and then I can draw a tangent line like this. So this is called tangent line, and the blue one is called the normal line at point A. Yeah? So both of them is aligned at point A. A tangent line of a curve is a line that touch the curve at a point. Yeah, so the line touch the curve, only touching, yeah, not intercepting, not cutting. It's only touch, ya. Jadi namanya tangent line atau bersinggungan, guys, bahasa Indonesianya, ya. And a normal line of a curve is a line that perpendicular to its tangent line but still in the same point. Okay, next is, let's zoom in the diagram at point A. So take a look at this point A. We have tangent line and also normal line at point A. If we take a closer look at point A, we have this tangent line, the red one, and as you can see, the gradient of the tangent line is delta y over delta x, right? The gradient is delta y over delta x, or maybe you can say y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1 as the usual, yeah. So as you can see, we can find the gradient of tangent line using the formula of m equals to delta y over delta x, the difference of y over the difference of x. But because of the small of change of the variable of x, we can find the gradient using limit, or in advance we can use the first differentiation. So the gradient of tangent line at point A is mt. I will call the gradient of tangent line as mt equals to dy over dx, or mt equals to f accent, or mt equals to y accent. Yeah, so the first differentiation we represent the gradient of the tangent line. Next, gradient of a tangent also related to the angle formed by the line to the positive x-axis. So this one is m tangent, yeah. So the m tangent equals to tan theta, where theta is the angle formed by the tangent line and the x positive axis. We have several steps to find the tangent line of a curve at point A, x1, y1. Yeah, so first you have to determine the first differentiation of the curve. Next, you have to substitute the value of x of point given to the first differentiation to get the gradient of tangent. Yeah. Number 3, find the equation of tangent using the formula y minus y1 equals to m tangent times x minus x1. Yeah, so this one is the formula of straight line that you already learned in the 8th grade. Yeah, so example 1, find the equation of tangent line of curve y equals to x to the power of 3 minus 2x squared plus 3x plus 1. So we have to find the gradient first. To find the gradient, as the definition of the gradient of tangent says that the gradient equal to the first differentiation, that means we have to differentiate it first. So you'll have y accent equals to 3x squared and then minus 4x and then plus 3. Okay, so this is the y accent. This is the first step, yeah. And then the second step will be the substitution of the x. So we have x equals to 1 as the point, ya. Ya, itu apa? 1, ya. When x equals to 1, the value of y accent will be 3 times 1 square minus 4 times 1 plus 3, ya. So you have to substitute the 1 into the y accent, the first differentiation. So after this, you will get the y accent, right? And we also know that the y accent equals to gradient of tangent. So I will call this m tangent equals to 3 minus 4 plus 3. Okay, so the m tangent will be equals to 2, ya. Okay, if you already have the gradient of tangent, that means we are in the last step, which is y minus y1 equals to m tangent in the brackets of x minus x1. So y minus y1, which one is x1 and y1? The point, guys. The point is x1 and y1. You only have to substitute it, and then m tangent equals to 2 x minus 1. Okay, let's simplify it just like that, and then y equals to 2x plus 1. So this is the gradient, no, not the gradient, the equation of the tangent line, yeah. So that is for example 1. For example 2, we have these questions. Find the equation of tangent line of the curve y equals to x minus 1 over 2x plus 1 at the y-intercept. So what is the difference between example 1 and example 2? In example 1, the point already given. But in example 2, the point is not given. So you have to find the point first. Yeah. To find the point, we need some clue, right? So the clue is the y-intercept. So we have to find the y-intercept first. Y-intercept means x equals to 0. Yeah. In mathematics, when you want to calculate y-intercept, the condition is the same for all of the curve. Yeah. So the condition is x equals to 0 if you want to find the y-intercept. So x equals to 0, and then find the value of y. Y equals to 0 minus 1 over 2 times 0 plus 1. So y equals to negative 1. From this one, you already got 0, negative 1. Okay, so this is the point, guys. The point where the tangent line need to be found. Yeah. So next will be the first step. The first step is find the y-axis. For the y-axis, we have x minus 1 over 2x plus 1. Yeah. So as you can see, we have division right here. That means we have to use u over v. U over v. U-axis equals to 1. I will not explain this again, yeah. So I hope that you already know how to differentiate u-axis and v-axis. Okay, after we got the u-axis and v-axis, we can find the y-axis equals to u-axis v minus u v-axis over v square, yeah. So y-axis equals to u-axis equals to 1, and then v is 2x plus 1 minus u is minus 1, and then the v-axis equals to 2 over v square, 2x plus 1 square. Okay, so you don't have to simplify this one because this is not the question. Yeah, the question is the equation of tangent. So we will go to the step 2. Step 2, when x equals to 0, yeah. So in the first answer, we got the point, right? The point which the tangent line lies. Yeah, so 0, negative 1. So as you can see, the x is equals to 0. So when x equals to 0, that means y-axis equals to 1, and then minus 0 minus 1 equals to negative 1 times 2 over 0 plus 1 is 1 square. So the y-axis, or I can say that this one is the gradient of tangent, yeah. Gradient of tangent equals to 1 plus 2 equals to 3. 3 over 1 equals to 3. Okay, so this is the gradient of tangent. We are not done yet. We have to find the equation of tangent, yeah. Y minus y1 equals to m tangent in the bracket x minus x1, yeah. So let's put the y1. Y1 is negative 1. Okay, so this one is x1 and y1 negative 1. So you will have plus 1 equals to gradient of tangent is 3. X minus x1 is 0. So you will have y equals to 3x minus 1. So this is the equation of tangent line. Please note that abscis in bahasa is the value of x of the point, and ordinate in bahasa is the value of y of the point. Yeah, maybe you will find this in the exercise later. So if you find the words of abscissa, that means the question give you the value of the x. If you find ordinate, that means the question give you the value of y. Okay, next is the normal line. Because of the tangent and normal lines are perpendicular to each other, then the gradient of the normal will be m normal equals to -1 m tangent. Yeah, so this one. Okay, so the step to find the tangent line, not the tangent line, sorry, yeah, the normal line of the curve at point A in the bracket x minus x comma y1 are determine the first differentiation of the curve is the same with the tangent, and then substitute the value of x to find the gradient of tangent is the same, is still the same, yeah, but the difference is in step 3. In step 3 we find the gradient of normal first, yeah, before the equation of the normal. Yeah, so we don't have to find the equation of the tangent, we don't need to. So we have to find the gradient of normal and then find the equation of normal. Okay, let's try this. So find the equation of normal. A line of curve y equals to x squared minus 2x plus 5 square rooted. So we have x squared minus 2x and then plus 5 square rooted means to the power of half. Yeah, at the point with its abscissa is 1. Abscissa means abscissa. Yeah, abscissa means the value of x. So the question give you x equals to 1. Okay, so what do we need is a point, right? Not only x, we need a point. So we have to find the point first before we continue to find the normal or tangent. So if we have the x equals to 1, that means we can substitute the x into the y. So later we will get the value of y. Y equals to square root of 1 square minus 2 times 1 and then plus 5. So you will have 6 minus 2, 4, yeah, square root of 4. So y equals to 2. So from this one we already have the point 1, 2. Okay, after we got the point, maybe we have to find the gradient of the normal. Yeah, to find it we have to follow the step. First determine the first differentiation. So y accent will be equal to, we have powers right here, that means you have to move the powers to the front. Half times x squared minus 2x plus 5 to the power of -half minus 1 the powers, and then don't forget to times it with the inner differentiation. Yeah, so 2x minus 2. Okay, very good. Next is to find the gradient of tangent. Yeah, so the second step will be the gradient of tangent. We will using the value of x. When x equals to 1, that means the y accent will be half times 1 minus 2 plus 5. So you only have to put this into the y accent, yeah, to the power of -half and then times with 2 minus 2, yeah, so it's 0. Oh my god, wrong questions guys, so it cannot be 0, yeah. Never mind. So y accent equals to 0, so that means the gradient of tangent equals to 0. If the gradient of the tangent equals to 0, that means the gradient of the normal, the third step will be -1 over gradient of tangent. So the gradient of normal equals to -1 over 0. -1 over 0 means negative infinite. Negative infinite is the same with infinity. Yeah, it's the same. So after this, after you get the gradient of tangent, number 4, you have to find the gradient, the equation of the normal. Yeah, y minus y1 equals to m normal in the bracket x minus x1. Okay, so for this one, y minus y1 equals to, so this one is x1 and y1, yeah. So y minus 2 equals to gradient of normal is infinite, negative infinite, x minus x1. equals to 1. And then if I move this infinite to the right side, it will become division, right? Division, and then x minus 1, it will become 0 equals to x minus 1, so x will be equals to 1. So this is the equation of normal, yeah. Okay, and maybe you can think like this also, yeah. So let's draw it a little bit. So y and x, and then we have this point 1, 2 right here. So this is our point, yeah, A. And then the gradient of the normal is infinite, right? Infinite means it will be vertical line, yeah. Gradient of infinite is for vertical line, yeah. So you have to draw the normal line like this, yeah. So this one is the normal line, and then as you can see, the normal line lies in x equals to 1. So the normal line is x equals to 1. You can think like that also. Okay, next is example 2. For example 2, let's reverse the equations a little bit, yeah. So for this one, given that the equation of normal line of curve y equals to x squared plus 2x minus 5 at point A is y equals to half x plus 4. So instead of asking for the normal line, the normal line is already given, guys. Normal line-nya udah dikasih tahu, ya. Jadi apa yang kita lakuin kayak the process will be reversed, right? So usually we find the y-accent, and then the second one is find the gradient of tangent, and then the third one is find the gradient of normal, and then number 4 we have the equation of normal, yeah. But this time the equation of the normal is already given, so that means we have to reverse the process like that. Okay, so let's do this. So first I want you to take a look at the gradient of the normal line. It will be half, right? So the gradient of a line is the coefficient of x after you make the subject into y equal to. So this one is the gradient of normal. So I will write m normal equals to half. So we already have this gradient of normal, yeah. We already in the third step, and then move backward to the second step. To the second step, that means we have to find the gradient of tangent, right? From this one, we have the formula of gradient of normal equals to -1 over gradient of tangent, or maybe we can switch the gradient of tangent and the gradient of normal is the same thing, yeah, because they are perpendicular, so we can switch them over half. So you will have gradient of tangent equals to -2. So in this moment we already in the second step. In the second step, that means we have to move to the first step. The first step is you have to find the y-accent. Y-accent equals to 2x plus 2, yeah, from this one. Okay, 2x plus 2. And then what do you do next is usually you substitute the value of x, right? But in this question, the value of x is not given. The question only says that the point is A, yeah. The value of x and the value of y for point A is not given. So we have to find it. How? Because we already know that the y-accent is the gradient of tangent, we can write it like this. The gradient of tangent equals to 2x plus 2. The gradient of tangent is -2 equals to 2x plus 2. And then move the 2 to the left side, -4 equals to 2x. And then x will be -2 divided 2, -2. Okay, so this is the value of x, and then let's find the value of y. Y equals to, let's substitute this x into the y. Substitute into the y, yeah. So you will have -2 square plus 2 times -2 and then -5. So the answer will be 4 minus 4 minus 5 equals to -5. Okay, so we already have the point. Y equals to -2 and x equals to -2 and y equals to -5. So we have -2, -5. Okay, the question wants you to find the tangent line because we already have the gradient of tangent. Which one? The gradient of tangent is this one. Okay, we already have -2, and then we also have the point of A. That means we can find the tangent line directly, ya. So M tangent times X minus X1. Okay, Y minus Y1, Y minus Y1 equals to plus 5 equals to -2 times X minus -2. It will become plus 2. So you'll have X plus 5 equals to -2X minus 4. So Y equals to -2X minus 9. So this is the equation of tangent line. Okay, the next is increasing and decreasing function. Please take a look at these two graphs. Yeah, the first one is this, and the second one is like this. Okay, so from these two graphs, I want you to think which one is the increasing function and which one is the decreasing function. Okay, let's take a moment to think. Okay, and the answer is, yeah, that's correct. So for the increasing function, it's the left one, and for the decreasing function, it's the right one. So what is the definition of increasing and decreasing function? Okay, a function is in increasing state if the value of y is increasing as the increasing value of x. So the value of y will be increasing as the value of x also increasing. Yeah. And then for this one, the value of y will be decreasing as the value of x is increasing, just like that. Yeah. And then example 1, state whether the function is increasing or decreasing. For the first one, yeah, so for this one we can see that the value of y is increasing, so we will say this one is increasing. So always start from the left bottom or maybe the left top. Yeah, it's always like that. Okay, so for this one, let's start from the left, move to the right. As you move to the right, you can see that the value of y is increasing, or as you move to the right, you also move to the top, right? Move up. So that means it's increasing. Gitu aja gampangnya ya. Nah, untuk yang ini, ketika kamu gerak ke kanan, itu geraknya jadi ke bawah ya. Kamu tuh geraknya ke kanan sekaligus ke bawah. So it will be decreasing. Okay, that is for example 1. Next is I want you to take a look at the graph below. So this is the first graph and this one is the second graph ya. For the first graph, as you can see, the function is increasing, but I want you to focusing on the tangent line. Yeah, so the tangent line, all of the tangent line, I give you 3 examples: tangent line 1, tangent line 2, and tangent line 3 ya. So for this one, as you can see, the tangent line have positive gradient. All of the tangent line have the positive gradient, right? But for this one, you have the negative gradient for all of the tangent line. Okay, from this graph, you can find the condition for increasing and decreasing function. So can you think what is the condition for increasing and decreasing function? Let's take a moment. I want you to think the condition. Okay, so the condition is a function will increase in the interval of x when dy over dx greater than 0. Why it is called dy over dx greater than 0? Yeah, because the gradient of the tangent line when the curve is increasing will be positive. Yeah, so the gradient will be positive. That means the gradient greater than 0, and we also know that the gradient of tangent equal to dy over dx. So we can say that the dy over dx greater than 0, or maybe y accent greater than 0. Yeah, and then for the function will decrease in the interval of x, it will be dy over dx less than 0, and also or maybe y accent less than 0. Okay, so this is the condition for increasing and decreasing function. Because of the inequality sign, that means we have to remember how to solve inequalities. That means you have to remember the 10th grade chapter, yeah, it is called inequalities. You have to know how to solve it. But if you don't remember the materials, I've put the link in the description below. Okay, let's take a look at example 1. Determine the interval of x for which the function is increasing or decreasing. So the question is, find the interval of x for which the function will be increasing. Yeah. So for the first one, let's try to find increasing. To find the increasing, we have to know the condition. The condition for the increasing is y-axis greater than 0. And the y-axis, you can find it directly from x cubed blah 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 blah. From this one you will get 3x squared plus half times 2 equals to 1 x and then minus 2, yeah, and then you will say it's greater than 0 because that is the condition for the increasing function. Okay, and then after that maybe you want to use the inequality method, yeah, that is factorization like this. So you'll have to find the roots, yeah. Root means the value of x, and then this one is 2, 1, then plus minus x equals to 2 over 3, and then x equals to negative 1, and then you have to draw the number line, right? The number line will be negative 1, and then 2 over 3. You have to test for some value of x equals to 0. Maybe you will put it like right there. So you will have negative 2 times 1, and then you will say this one is negative, yeah, negative value. So if you have negative value for the value of y for x equals to 0, that means x equals to 0 is right here, and you get negative for the value. So when the negative sign move to the other parts of the number line, it will become positive, yeah, this one also positive. And the question wants you to find the greater than 0. That means you have to shade this one. Okay, this is the answer for the increasing. So the function will increase. So the function will increase when x less than 1 or x greater than 2 over 3. So this one is important later when you want to draw a graph, yeah, a curve. So this one is a little bit important, a little bit, yeah, because without this calculation you can graph the curve easily, yeah, using another method, yeah, but this one will be complete the steps. Okay, so the function will be increased when x less than 1 and x greater than 2. And then for the decreasing one, we know that the condition is y-axis less than 0. So instead of taking the plus 1, we will take the negative 1. Yeah, so this one is negative 1, and this one is 2 over 3, and then this one is minus, this one is plus plus. Because we need to find the y less than 0, that means we have to take this area. So the function will decreasing increasing, ya tadi ya, increasing will increase juga boleh sih ya, increasing ya kayaknya lebih tepat. Ya apapun lah, increasing when, for this one decreasing when negative 1 less than x less than 2 over 3. Okay, so this is the example 1. Next is example 2. Determine the interval of x for which the function this blah 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 is increasing or decreasing. Okay, it's still the same, yeah, but for this one I think we have to use the u accent v over v square, yeah. So let's use u over v. For the u accent will be 1 and the v accent will be 1 also. The formula is u accent v minus u v accent over v square. So you will get u accent means 1 times x plus 1 and then minus the u, x minus 1 times with 1 over v square. V square is x plus 1 square. Okay, so the y accent will be x minus x plus 1 minus x plus 5 over x plus 1 square. And then after this, we will have to simplify it. X minus x will become 0. 6 over x plus 1 square. Okay, so this is the differentiation. Yeah. After that, let's use the condition for the increasing function. Increasing, that means y accent greater than 0, and that's also means 6 over x plus 1 square greater than 0, and that means let's use the rational inequality. Yeah, so this one is x equals to -1. Use the number line, there are no more the value of x, yeah, only that one, -1. And then let's test for x equals to 0. The answer will be positive. Yeah, 6 divided by 1, positive. So this one is positive, and then for this one also positive. It will not change. Yeah, why? Because we have double for the -1, because we have double -1. Ya, -1 nya itu ada 2 biji guys. Kalau ada 2 biji itu waktu kelas 10 saya pernah ajarin nggak berubah tandanya ya. Jadi yang tadinya plus pindah ke sana biasa kan minus tuh. Untuk kali ini enggak guys, plus tetap plus. Ya kenapa? Karena kita punya double. And then because you only have the positive area, that means the curve will be increasing when the value of x is xer. Xer means all real numbers can be the x, but x cannot be -1, yeah, because -1 is not included in the number line, so we have to exclude x equals to -1. Yeah, so this is the answer for increasing. And for the decreasing, we don't have the area, right? We don't have the negative area. So for the decreasing, I think there are no value of x. Yeah, no value of x satisfies, because as you can see, the sign is positive, all of it, for the left side and also for the right side it's positive. So the function will always increasing, it will never decreasing. That is for number 2. And also we already finished today's lesson. I hope that you can understand it well. Let's meet again later in my next video. Bye guys.